Other thing I got to do is clear out some of the snow here. It's gotten to be a bit packed in where you could almost not get around this trailer if you're in a bigger vehicle. So get the P&H, see if that thing will start today. I tried to start it the other day, but it was below zero, or maybe right at zero. Let's see what happens today. Usually with the Detroit, when it's cold, let it crank a little bit, give it about 10 seconds, and then sometimes well, I wouldn't say sometimes, but that has worked pretty good for getting it started when it's cold. Well, it's kicking a little bit. We'll try it again in another 10 seconds or so. I used to be able to move that piece of glass, but maybe it's probably frozen in place. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of what it was doing the other day when it was really cold. I mean, it did have the sun shining on it today, which helped a bit, but it's probably not quite warm enough. I do have I had a little bit of starting fluid. Oh, here's a can with some. You know, I'm going to try to put some starting fluid in, but part of the problem is I got to walk all the way back around to try and hit that button. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, boy. Give it another second here. Hey, what do you know? It's running, and this might be a bad sign. Smoke coming out. Hopefully this thing don't run away. I shut it down. I don't know. Not sure whether to start it again or not. It did shut down when I pulled the handle, but I know the emergency stop on this is not functional, so we can't shut it off by air. I'm not sure if that's a problem I want to deal with at the moment. Well, I decided to start it back up. It's a little smoky. I don't know if that's just because it's cold or because it's wants to run. Well, you know what? It looks like it's clearing up a bit. I don't know. Seems to be maintaining speed. Oh yeah. Well, I think it's because it's cold, because I just gave it throttle and it had a whole lot more black smoke come out. So I don't think we have a stuck rack going on. That's why I leave it at idle. It cleans up. Well, we got boom lights. And other lights. Maybe I'll let this run for a little bit to try and see if it warms up and runs a little better. Yeah, I think it's just cold why it's smoking so much. This thing runs usually pretty clean, as Detroit's go anyway. Well, it started and it ran, and it didn't run very good. I have a feeling there might be ice buildup inside where the air intake is, and you know, I just couldn't get rid of the smoke. It warmed up a little bit, but I'll just wait for a different day. Got to take apart that air cleaner and you know, see what. Hopefully it was just some ice or something that is kind of dragging this thing down. But anyway, all right, next time. Okay, we're gonna check this air cleaner, make sure it doesn't have like full of water in the bottom here. Yeah, man. Can almost get the bottom of the thing off, but it hits part of the engine. Well, that's going to be a little struggle. Yeah, that's why the thing don't want to run very well. Okay, lots of smoke. It's frozen. So, gonna bring that in the shop and get it cleaned out, and that should make the difference. I had this little thing up here, but apparently it's not quite sheltery enough for it. Probably needs something better. I'm going to start this thing, let it warm up while I'm cleaning that. Let's see if it starts. Give it a few seconds here. It's warmer today. I don't know if it's above freezing, but it's warmer. I might have to give it a sniff of ether. Something to cover up that intake so this doesn't happen again. Okay, so this thing will come out of here like this, and look at that, a big block of ice. Ugh. All right, well, let's knock that out. Put it over the floor drain. See if I can. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm surprised the thing ran at all. But yeah, this really needs to get cleaned. It's way overdue. Yeah, come spring, it's gonna get some attention here. Even more ice. Terrible. Oh my God, this is all ice too. Shame on me. Man. Oh, look at that. Man. Well, at least we didn't have any, like, ingestion into the engine there, but that's why it was smoking so much yesterday, is the whole intake induction area was blocked up with ice. Okay, well, let's clean this stuff up and then put some oil in that pan and get it back together. And at least it won't be a block of ice when I go back out there, because the thing's running now. Yeah, well, cleaning machine's not hot, but it'll probably get all this stuff out anyway. Usually like to get the bulk of the oil out of things before putting them in the cleaning machine, but this thing, it needs to be cleaned itself. Clean the cleaning machine. Gonna let the cleaning machine warm up, and you know, there's no dust floating around outside, and I'm just gonna be scooping snow. I think it'll be fine without the air filter on it for right now. So while it's still daylight, I'm gonna go out there and use the machine a little bit. Well, this thing moves like a turtle. It's not very fast, but it's a lot happier today than it was yesterday, now that it can breathe some air. On this P&H, it makes perfect sense. I don't understand the other ones where they have joysticks to control the tracks and then foot pedals to control bucket functions. It just doesn't make sense to me, but you know, and I guess that's a carryover from cable machines. Well, I'm going to clear a little bit of snow. We're heading over there where there's kind of a snowbank built up, and open it up a little bit. Yeah, you can see it. Detroit marked its territory. movement you try to do, it likes to skate around because it's got no browsers. Alright, so we're going to go down that way. Try to open it up around that trailer.
I used P&H for a little while longer here and got it mostly broken up, and perhaps the bulk of it pushed out of the way. And then I decided I was going to clean up with the snowplow, which is a '79 Ford Bronco. Got my '79 Bronco. Thing starts up pretty good in the winter. Just touch a key and it starts. But it's a little noisy. the exhaust manifold rotted out, and probably if you look hard enough, you could probably see the valve going up and down. Yeah, needs a manifold. Right now it's working. It needs a lot more than a manifold. It needs quarters and doors and stuff is just rusting right off the frame on it. So I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna fix this. Just gonna keep using it. But we'll use it to clean up some of that snow over there.
probably shouldn't have plowed into it with the blade up. That's a sure way to get stuck. Well, I guess I gotta go get the excavator to tow it back. Well, I decided to get the forklift because that was right outside and it's got a tow strap on it and stuff. So it might tow it back. I don't know. Well, back to moving a little bit of snow here. Because they're going to be coming next week. It's getting a little better. The old Bronco. Still running. What? It's getting a little shabby. Gonna put that air filter back on the P&H and put that away too. All right, it's warm enough, so we'll turn it, make sure everything's in there the way we want. Yep. All right, we'll get that stuff washed up. And then we'll put it back together. Okay, the machine has stopped. Let's see what we got. Oh, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that got turned upside down, but it's nice and clean. And so is that other part there. All right, so let's get this thing back together and then go ahead and park the excavator. It says oil level, fill both cups. Oh, so both outside and in here. Okay, well, we'll do that, and then I guess this goes in. How does this go in? Oh, that goes in right there. I thought that little handle there was gonna hold it up, but it sits on these little spots right there. Okay, cool, easy enough. Well, let's put some oil in there and get it back in the machine. Well, I have some 2050. My Detroit oil is in one of the trailers, so this should probably be fine. I don't know, it's probably going to take 3 quarts, but yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to fill this up and then I'll see you out at the machine. Well, this isn't easy to see on the camera. It's a little dark, but so we're going to put that thing back in here, and I'm sure the rest of this air cleaner can be taken apart and cleaned. Probably in the spring to do some maintenance to this, and you know, we'll address that then, but for now at least the water and ice is out of it, and it did take 3 quarts of oil to fill both sides of that thing. But all right, so I'm going to put this on. I'm not going to bother filming it. It's nothing really interesting, and you probably can't see it anyway. So okay, well, see you soon. Well, there wasn't anywhere to get that thing in there level past this throttle cable and this opening, but if you do it quick, I didn't have any oil spill out, but it did come up to the edge. Okay, it's nice having lights on a machine.